Hey guys, Marc Millan here. Thank you for letting me be a part of your day. Today, I wanted to talk about the balance or the connection when we're leading worship. Are we performing or leading? Are we performing versus leading worship? And I just want to give you some of my experiences with both and kind of give some clarity that's helped me, and maybe it helps you as well. So let me just start on the performing side. I do believe that anytime you're going to be in front of people, there is a performing factor. What I mean by that is that there is some sort of presentational effort that I have to give when I'm in front of a person. When I'm by myself and I lock myself in my room, or I go into my prayer closet, or if I just want to be by myself in the Lord, I know that there are no eyes on me and no one's watching me. So I could dim the lights, I could, have the lights on, whatever creates the environment for me. I could just step into that with freedom, and I could move my hands and my face. I don't have to worry about any of those things when I feel like I'm by myself. But the moment that I am in front of another person, and that person is just looking towards me for some sort of direction and guidance, I have to become aware of that. So that's some of the context of the performing part. Now, leading worship, I think is real important that we always remember that first word. We are leading worship, or worship leading. That's very important. Leading means that I am trying to give some sort of energy and effort and instruction to where this thing is going and where this thing is headed. Now, let me skip to just worship, and then we'll jump on the play on the words here a little bit. Worship is about the heart, and so at the root of this, when we're talking about leading songs in worship and leading people in worship, at the root of it, we always have to remember that worship is a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual experience, not a musical one. It's a spiritual one, and the heart must be engaged. I talk about praise and worship in another video. I'll attach that link to this video here. But worship is about my heart responding to who God is, and it's engaging my heart with God. So the heart has to be engaged for it to be worship. Now, I could perform a song. It could be a worship song. I can perform it, but if my heart doesn't engage, I'm still not worshiping. Does that make sense? So let's just talk about performance for a second. I do believe that anytime we are in front of people, we have the responsibility and really the privilege to lead people in an experience. Singing a song, listening to music. I don't think you can just stand there kind of like lifeless. I don't think you can be kind of like a dud on the platform. So I do think that there's some sort of energetic movement and there's a performance factor to it. But I'm trying to use that as a tool to lead people towards a direction my heart is going. So when I'm just from my own perspective, when I'm leading worship, I'm aware that my heart is going after the heart of God, and I have the responsibility of inviting people to do that with me. I have to do it from my heart first, not to the people, but to God for people. I always like to say that worship is to God for people. So I'm blessing God, I'm singing to Him, I'm ministering to Him, and I'm aware that there are people in the room. So I'll give you an example. If I pray for my family by myself, I can posture myself on the ground, I could put myself on my knees, I could stand up and lift my hands. When I get my family together in a circle and we pray and I lead them in a prayer, there's just a different awareness there. I am aware that I'm leading that prayer, but I'm aware that I have other people in my circle that are going to be listening to me lead the prayer. My kids, they're a little bit younger, so sometimes they'll close their eyes and they'll kind of open their eyes to look at dad. And so obviously I see that, right? Because I'm peeking at them too. I'm like, are they praying right now? Are they just kind of listening to me? So there's an awareness that I'm leading the prayer, and I'm just using that awareness to guide how I'm speaking and how I'm praying. So when it comes to leading worship, are we performing or are we leading? I believe that there is a performance factor but it's a tool. If I'm clapping, if I'm shouting, if I'm adding movement, I'm doing those things sincerely with the objective that I want to help people find freedom and see the joy that I have when I'm leading worship. I'm not doing it, I'm not clapping my hands, I'm not jumping, and I'm not dancing so that they are impressed with me, because that to me is where they split. If I am performing for the applause of people, or I want people to be impressed with me, then that's where I see the separation. I become a performer to please people, but I lose my connection with genuine worship. So for me, you can genuinely worship God. I can do all the things that I find most comfortable for myself, but at the same time, I become aware and I become a shepherd and a steward of the energy in the room, and I start to kind of like, okay, this is what's happening. Some people are clapping, some people are not. Let me invite them to clap. If I start to shout, make a declaration, I move forward, I move back. All those things I consider to be presentational in nature, and I would tie presentational to performing. And then, but the purpose of it is behind my desire to help people know God and encounter God through the songs that we sing. There have been times where I've sung a song that's not a worship song, and I've done that in and out of church, and a lot of times I'm just trying to connect with what the words are saying about the song. So for me, when I'm in that mode, I'm performing an idea, I'm performing a message, which is what a song is. A song is an idea put to melody, chords, and all those stuff. It's just an idea, right? So if I'm at the piano, if I'm on my guitar and I'm just singing a song, it's not a worship song, it's not declaring anything about God, it's just a song about life, a song I've heard on the radio. I could still get into that song and still pour my heart and meaning into it, but that's a presentational moment. I'm trying to use my gift to perform an idea that ties into something else. It could be a message, it could be a creative series, a creative idea. So that's kind of where that lives. Once I'm singing songs of worship, again, I want to engage everybody. I want everybody to know that there's freedom in how we do it. That's how our church does it. So I want to lead them in that, and I want to become, again, it's like that circle of prayer. If I'm leading in front of people, I want to lead with an awareness that people are watching me, and it's my responsibility as one of the worship leaders, as a leader of worship. I always tell my team that everybody on the platform leads worship together, because what we do with our face, what we do with our smile, what we do with our hands teaches someone something about what worship looks like and feels like. So if it's genuine and it feels natural for us, we lift our hands, we move. I add some energy. Sometimes the room has the energy, so I'm just enjoying that. Sometimes it doesn't, and I'm just trying to create some freedom and let people know, hey, this is not awkward. This might be new to you, but I'm gonna lead you through it. I'm gonna care for you through it, even if it's new for you. Does that make sense? And I'm gonna lead them in the acts of worship. In doing worship, my responsibility is to lead them. Take responsibility in saying these people don't know how to do it probably. Some do, and you can see them. You'll find them in the crowds. Their eyes are closed, their hands are up, they're just in it, singing it with us. And I love to connect with those. Those, they give me energy in life, but I never go into a service assuming that everybody's gonna be that way. So in the environments that I'm in when I'm leading worship, we're always trying to reach people who are far from God or don't know God. So my assumption is that although they know how to clap and sing, this is a new environment for them. So it's my privilege to then take them on the journey and invite them. Sometimes I might say, come on, let's clap our hands. If you feel comfortable, let's lift our hands. A lot of words to invite and encourage and inspire, and ultimately use my energy through my performance to lead people in worship. All the time knowing that my heart is engaged with who God is, and my heart is focused on giving Him glory, not giving the people my heart's affection or attention, because my affirmation comes from above. So when I'm leading worship, I come there knowing that that's my job. I'm leading someone else as I lead these songs and as I sing these songs. I'm taking on the privilege and mantle of leading worship. Hope that helps you, and until next time.